Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now in this video we are going to implement insertion sort, which is another sorting algorithm. Okay, so before we go for implementation, right, I want to tell you why is it called insertion sort. So just like I have explained you why bubble sort is called bubble sort, selection sort is called selection sort, right? So the insertion sort is called insertion sort because while we are iterating the elements, right, in this particular array or any other array, while iterating itself we figure out what is the correct location, correct position for that particular element to get inserted. Okay, so basically while iterating itself we found out what is the correct position for that particular element to insert. Okay, now that is the reason it is called as insertion sort. Okay, so now let's get into the implementation. Okay, okay, now for the implementation, what do we need? Let's create a loop. Obviously we need a loop. I is equal to 0, I is less than numbers dot length. Now we need to get hold of our current value. Current is equal to numbers of I. Okay, and there is no point of comparison within a single value. So instead of starting from 0th index, we'll start with first index. Okay, now current value we are holding in this particular variable from numbers of I. Now we need to find the correct position for our current element. Okay, now how do we do that? Let's take a variable j is equal to I minus 1. Okay, this is for the iteration purpose. We are going to have a loop while j is greater or equal to 0. Okay, so what we are trying to do right now in this loop, we are trying to find the correct location for this current variable, right? So we'll run this loop while j is greater or equal to 0 and your numbers of j is greater than your current value. Okay, so this loop will keep on going until this particular variable, this current variable is able to find its correct position. Now what we are supposed to do in this particular loop, we are supposed to numbers dot j plus 1 is equal to numbers of j. So what we are doing in this particular loop, we are shifting the elements, okay, till we are able to find the correct position for that particular element. Okay, and with every single iteration we are supposed to decrease the value of j, and that's it. The moment you are able to find the correct position, right, what you are going to do, you are going to put it at its correct position. How do you do that? Numbers of j plus 1 is equal to current. Now you might ask, or you might get confused, why you are writing this j plus 1, right? Why not just j? Now let me show you that through debugging itself, so that will be more clear instead of me explaining you in terms of story and all. So let me show you that while debugging itself. Okay, before debugging I think I should run the application. Okay, let me just run the application. So as you can see, your array is sorted. Okay, so this logic is correct for insertion sort. What we are doing here, we are taking that particular number that we want to put at its correct position. We are taking the index just before that and we are iterating for the whole array to find the correct position for this particular element, current element, to get inserted. And once we are able to find it, we are putting it at its correct position. That's it. So now let's try running our application in debugging mode so that I can show you in a visual way as well what is happening there. Okay, so let's currently the number that you're trying to insert, right, is 66. 66 is at its correct position. Okay, if you go to next line, your j will become 0th index. So it will check if your number at jth index, which is basically 0th index, is greater than current value, which is not the case, right? So it will exit this particular loop. Okay, and it will do j plus 1 for its correct position. So currently j value is 0. Okay, and your current number is 66. That is the reason we are doing this j plus 1, so that we are making sure that current is at its correct position. Okay, I hope you are able to understand, why we are doing this j plus 1. So that is the reason for doing this, because we are decrementing it here. That's why we are incrementing it here again. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show you while, with the debugging and all. As you can see, we are getting the correct answer. So this is how you implement insertion sort. Okay, that's all I wanted to explain as part of this video. See you in the next one with the algorithm that is used a lot and asked in interview a lot, which is merge sort and quick sort. So that's all as part of this video. See you in the next one. May the source be with you.